Hi, in this video I will demonstrate how to reproduce and fix the Unity error assertion failed on expression all sheet index normalized greater than equal to 0.0f and all sheet index normalized less than equal to 1.0f. You may have had it when you're creating your game where you see suddenly and apparently for no reason your logs get spammed with, hundreds if not thousands of entries of this particular error and wondered what's happening. I have managed to reproduce this with 100% accuracy, and I am creating this video so that you, the viewer, can solve this issue in your projects and so that Unity can fix this bug. You can see that I'm running the latest version of Unity 2020.3.20 F1 LTS, and this bug has been around for a long time, since Unity 2019 or even earlier. So I'm going to start by actually showing how we can fix this error, and then I'll do the reproduction, because the reproduction, you can't reproduce it on demand. It just sort of happens after, 5 or 10 minutes of your game or level running. So I'll show you how to fix it first, and then we'll actually create the reproduction so that Unity can see that, yes, this is a problem that is reproducible, and reproducing it is literally as easy as just hitting the play button. But first, let's do the fix. So the issue here, I've got some particle effect, and it's like this sort of green poisonous fog area where we've got this poison cloud. And the problem, skipping right to it, is this texture sheet animation right here. So you'll notice that in the renderer, I am using the default particle, and we've got the texture sheet animation checked, and the mode is grid, and the tiles are 1 and 4. Now, I don't know the code behind this, but what I suspect is happening is that Unity is looking at the material or the texture behind default particle and expecting to see the particle type set to multiple when it is in fact only single. Now, you can't actually see with the default particle what the sprite type is set to, because if you click on it, you'll notice nothing happens. Basically, you can see the material, but that's about it, because this is actually a default sort of built-in particle into the Unity system. But I will show you another project where we actually have one of these set up. So let me just get this window out of the way here. Okay, I have this texture sheet right here, which has a bunch of wings in it. And you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And you can see that under the texture 2D import settings, we've got the texture type set to sprite, 2D, and UI, and the sprite mode is set to multiple. I have a feeling what's happening is Unity is giving us this error when I'm using the default particle, because my sprite mode is probably set to single on the default particle, but once again I can't access that because it's a built-in particle for Unity. So I'm assuming that if you actually set your sprite mode from single to multiple, that will solve the issue. However, I will show you the easier way that I have solved it, because I'm not actually trying to use a multiple. I just want to use a single. Solving this problem for me would be literally as easy as just unchecking texture sheet animation. Now it will no longer try to animate using the texture sheet. It's not going to need it to be tiles or a grid, and it's just going to show this default particle, and you can kind of see the cloud effect here just working. Now we're actually going to do the reproduction. So if you were looking for how to solve this, it's probably as simple as just unchecking texture sheet animation, and you're good to go. The rest of this video is actually for the Unity employee who was trying to figure out how to reproduce this so that they can solve the bug. And I'm now going to show you the actual reproduction of the problem. So we're going to clear this console log here. And literally all we are going to do is just press play. And you can see the poison cloud here. And since this problem, people have been having a lot of problems reproducing it because it takes quite some time to actually happen, which is why I think people basically just sort of give up on it. Essentially, at this point, all we're going to do is just let the program run. So I'm just going to basically mute the volume on my microphone, and we will see the log after approximately 5 minutes or so just fill up and start getting spammed with this sheet index problem. Okay, my mic is back on, and here we have finally seen the error reproduce itself. You can see that my log got spammed 924 times, and this stream has been live for about 22 minutes. So I think it's been about 20 minutes or so since I pressed the play button when this finally happened. And this demonstrates why this issue is so hard to reproduce. The first couple of times that this happened when I was doing some practice recordings for this, the issue happened within about 5 minutes or so. But this time you can see that the issue took more than 20 minutes to occur. And I think that's why the Unity team is having trouble reproducing it, because I literally think they're just getting impatient, and after 2 minutes it doesn't happen and they shut the thing down, and of course that's never going to work. As you can see, we actually had to run this test for more than 20 minutes or so. What I've noticed is that it tends to happen in multiples of 5. So the first time that I got this issue, it happened after 5 minutes. The second time that I got this issue, it happened after 10 minutes. And this is actually the third attempt while I've had this project open. And just looking at the timer now, it appears to have taken about 15 or almost 20 minutes. So I think that's another reason why it's so hard to reproduce, because you have to have patience, and it appears that every time that it happens, it actually takes one multiple of 5 minutes longer to happen. So that's probably why people are having so much trouble with this bug, and I hope that helped the Unity team out. I hope that they can take this sample project that I've created and be patient enough to just press play and wait for 30 minutes. And I hope that they can fix this issue. And maybe I hope that whoever is watching this, you've been able to fix this issue by either unchecking texture sheet animation or making sure that whatever sprite is linked on whatever material you're using on your renderer is set to multiple mode instead of single mode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.